TikToker Carter Booth and his friend thought they were alone on their camping trip until they reviewed their footage. Hidden among the rocks, two mysterious figures were silently watching them. The eerie discovery left them deeply unsettled, shattering their sense of safety in the wild. In 2011, two campers were soaking in the beauty of Colorado's wilderness on what seemed like a perfect sunny day. But their peaceful trek took a terrifying turn when loud, unexplained banging sounds suddenly echoed around them. They froze, scanning the landscape for the source, but no matter where they looked, there was nothing. As if the mysterious noises weren't unsettling enough, just moments later, a massive earthquake rocked Colorado. It left everyone wondering, were those eerie sounds a chilling warning of what was about to come? A hunter in Pennsylvania set up a trail camera deep in the woods behind his van, hoping to catch footage of the local wildlife. But when he reviewed the footage later, he was horrified by what he saw. Instead of deer or raccoons, a lone figure dressed in a clown costume emerged from the darkness in the dead of night. Thankfully, the hunter wasn't harmed, but the chilling encounter nearly scared him out of his wits. TikToker Joe Fells, known for surprising his wife with adventurous trips, planned a remote camping getaway, but things took a terrifying turn.
Lodge Explorer.
Huh? What? What?
What is that?
What the fuck?
That was not there last night.
Nah, that was shit wasn't there last night. We pulled up here. I come over here and set up this solar thing last night.
In the middle of the night, they discovered a rock placed next to their van, scrawled with the chilling message, "I will kill again." Shaken, they called the Forest Service, but got passed to the sheriff's office. Even the police seemed unsure how to handle it. While seeking help, they ran into a strange local who ominously hinted that nobody does anything out here without my approval, and he wasn't happy someone freelanced. Despite their fear, Felds and his wife returned to grab the rock, only to find another camper at their old spot. They warned him, and luckily, he was armed and unbothered. Before leaving, they thoroughly checked their van for hidden trackers, just in case they were being watched. What started as a simple trip turned into a real-life horror story. Sam recently shared jaw-dropping footage of a gorilla troop wandering into a human camp. With their heart pounding, a wildlife photographer managed to capture every intricate detail from the gorilla's curious expressions to their fascinating interactions. It's 1:40 in the morning and two friends are cruising down a deserted road. The darkness around them so thick the trees lining the sides are barely visible. Suddenly, something stirs in the shadows. Curious and a little uneasy, they pull over and aim their headlights into the woods.
I love cruising through here. Going through the canyon. Yo, what the fuck?
Hey, I see
Thought I saw some shit. Nah, are you kidding me? Nah, nigga. Should I check it out? Nah.
Fuck, you make a right, homie. Let's just see
Wait,
what's
what
up.
the
I
fuck?
see something over there.
Thought I saw something too. Let's see if I can get it on camera. Whoa, what the fuck? Yo, can you see that shit too?
That's a witch, nigga. That's what we think.
Hey, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck is that shit, nigga? Get the fuck out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'm not trying to get possessed.
At first, there's nothing, just silence and empty trees. But then, A figure slowly steps out from the dry brush, cloaked in black, hunched over, and clutching what looks like a walking stick. It creeps forward. One of the friends nervously jokes it might be a witch. Whether it's a twisted prank or something far stranger, one thing's clear. There's no good reason anyone should be wandering out here, alone, in the dead of night. Two friends shove a massive boulder off a cliff, expecting it to plunge straight down. Meanwhile, their third friend waits below, camera in hand, ready to capture the moment. But things take a terrifying turn.
Come on, you pussies! Oh shit! Oh! Oh! Holy shit!
Instead of falling straight, the boulder veers straight toward him. He has no time to move. Somehow, against all odds, he survives, but it's pure, heart-stopping luck. In May 2014, Malcolm Fox was enjoying a camping trip in Somerset West, South Africa, when he decided to hop on his bike for a casual ride. But what was supposed to be a peaceful outing quickly turned into a nightmare. After taking a wrong turn, Fox suddenly found himself face to face with danger.
That's all I got on me. I promise. That's all I got on me, I promise you. I won't mess around, I swear.
Footage from his GoPro captured the chilling moment. A man approached him aggressively, demanding that he hand over everything he had, but the robbers weren't finished. One thief made off with his bike while another frisked him at knife point, searching for anything else of value. What the attackers didn't realize, however, was that the entire encounter was being recorded. They never noticed the small GoPro on Fox's helmet. Thanks to the clear video evidence, authorities were able to track down and arrest the suspects. And remarkably, all of Fox's belongings were returned to him. A man walks alone down a deserted path, the trees closing in around him. Suddenly, he freezes, or someone is standing in the distance. Without warning, a blood-curdling scream rips through the air. Some viewers claim the scream sounds fake, but that doesn't explain the chilling presence of the white figure lurking ahead. A Reddit user recently shared a chilling photo taken during a camping trip in the forest, claiming to have captured the elusive Mothman. The eerie image shows a dark, shadowy figure silhouetted against a bright sky, sparking heated debates among users. Some argue it's just an optical illusion or a case of pareidolia, while others are convinced it could be the real deal, a rare sighting of the mythical creature. While camping in Turkey, a group of friends stumbled upon something chilling. From the top of a distant hill, an eerie figure emerged, casting a haunting silhouette against the landscape.
Ahmet sakın şu an her yerde çıkabilir, her an çıkabilir. Bu...
Allah'ım ya, bunlar sanda.
Bir dakika. Nerede? Tamam gördüm. Gördüm bir dakika bak. Gördüm. Boynuzlara bak. Tamam işte. Ahmet bu boynuzlu şerşapal bu Ahmet. Boynuzlu şerşapal bak. Burayı koruyan boynuzlu şerşapal bu çok güçlü. Çok güçlü Ahmet sakın panik yapma bak. Başına büyük bir sıkıntı gelebilir sakın panik yapma bak. Görüyor musun? Şu an bize bakıyor. Ve şimdi bu neydi öyle? Çıktı bu ortaya. Bu tılsımla çıktı ortaya. Ama çok güçlü Ahmet. Var mı başka yerde?
As the video captures the unsettling sight, viewers can't help but wonder, is this a demonic entity lurking in the shadows, or could it simply be an animal? The mystery continues to send shivers down the spine. Jake Chairs recently turned to the internet for help unraveling a mystery. During a family camping trip, a relative snapped a photo of Jake walking up a hill, but when they looked closer, they noticed something chilling. Right beside him were two transparent figures trailing closely behind. Jake insists no one else was around, and at the time, nothing felt out of the ordinary. So, what exactly did the camera capture? While a family was enjoying a stay at their cabin in California, their trail camera captured something chilling. As the homeowner rummaged through the trunk of his car, a ghostly figure emerged from the woods behind him. The figure, eerily human-like, crept closer, crouched low behind the car, and then vanished without a trace. Unaware of the haunting presence just feet away, the homeowner carried on as if nothing had happened. It wasn't until he reviewed the footage later that night that the true horror sank in and it left him shaken. A group of friends was enjoying a camping trip when they decided to take a swim in the ocean. At first, everything seemed perfectly normal, just another refreshing dip. But suddenly, panic broke out on the shore. His friends started frantically shouting for him to get out fast. They had spotted something he hadn't. Confused and scared, he swam harder, desperate to reach safety. That's when he saw it. A massive shark gliding through the water just feet away from him. Miraculously, he made it out unharmed, but it was a swim he would never forget. Lucky Beautiful Tafunton83 recently shared a chilling experience from a haunted house tour at Plasteg in North Wales. While exploring the eerie estate with her cousin and father, she kept her phone at the ready, hoping to capture any supernatural activity. Suddenly, through her camera lens, she spotted a pale figure lurking behind a tree, causing her to freeze in terror. But when she looked up with her own eyes, the figure had vanished without a trace. She also noted that the road outside the mansion has a dark reputation, often linked to strange hauntings and a string of car accidents, fueled by the legend of the Grey Lady. Although Plasteg is now closed to the public, she admits she's still eager and a little nervous to return to the haunted grounds. A Reddit user, curious but skeptical, decided to camp overnight at the infamous Skinwalker Ranch, a hotspot for paranormal activity. Even during the day, they couldn't shake an eerie feeling that clung to the air. But as night fell, the tension thickened. Suddenly, they heard branches snapping just outside their tent. Grabbing their phone to use as a flashlight, they caught a glimpse of something unsettling lurking at the edge of the darkness. The chilling sounds and shadowy figure were enough to send them packing in a panic. Did they come face to face with something not of this world? While on a camping trip, Reddit user Devour Hearts shared a photo that left their family stunned. Their parents had been driving along gravel roads, frequently stopping to snap shots of anything that caught their eye. One photo revealed something chilling, a white silhouette of a woman standing near a barn. At first glance, it looked like an overexposed figure captured by accident, but according to the Redditor, no one was there when the photo was. Olive for Life recently took a solo trip to the infamous Hampstead House in Connecticut, and what they captured has left the internet buzzing. In the photo, a faint, eerie figure can be seen, sparking debate. Is it a genuine ghost sighting or just a clever camera trick? Given Hampstead House's long-standing reputation for ghost stories, the image feels all the more chilling. Some viewers are convinced it's real proof of the supernatural, while skeptics argue it's just an illusion. As for Olive, they believe they may have photographed the spirit of a young colonial girl still lingering within the historic home. While hiking on Vashon Island, this man stumbled upon something truly bizarre. A tree that had grown around an abandoned bicycle. Over the years, the tree slowly swallowed the bike, lifting it high off the ground as it expanded. Imagine how incredible it would have been to watch a time-lapse of nature's slow but unstoppable takeover. While hiking near an old cemetery in Indonesia, a man decided to set up a trail camera, hoping to catch some wildlife. But when he later reviewed the footage, he found something he couldn't explain. In the dead of night, a strange figure dressed in white emerged, gliding eerily through the darkness. Without warning, it paused, then shot straight up into the sky, disappearing in an instant. Some swear it was a ghost, while others dismiss it as an elaborate hoax. Yet to this day, no one has been able to explain what happened that night. A Reddit user recently shared a bone-chilling experience from a late-night visit to the eerie Pioneer West Tower during the height of the COVID lockdown. At around 1 a.m., they snapped a photo of the 19th century structure, only to later spot something deeply unsettling. A faint, human-like figure lurking near a tree. What makes it even more disturbing? Just behind the apparition lies a forgotten graveyard, the final resting place of pioneers who died building the tower. But the story doesn't end there. The memory still haunts the user, especially after a close friend who was with them that night passed away unexpectedly just 1 year later. A group of friends on a trip to Alaska snapped a photo to remember the moment and later posted it on Reddit. According to the original poster, everyone present was accounted for when the picture was taken. But when they zoomed in on the background, they noticed something deeply unsettling. A pale gray face with glowing eyes staring back at them. One commenter tried to rationalize it, suggesting it might be a piece of gear with reflective buttons that just happened to look like a face. That sounds logical, except that the Redditor wasn't convinced. They claimed they checked all their equipment right after spotting the anomaly and found nothing that could explain the eerie figure. So, was it just a trick of the light? Or did they unknowingly capture something not of this world? On July 12, 2023, a group of backpackers was scaling the steep trails of China's Ham Mountain when disaster nearly struck. Just 2 meters from the ground, one woman lost her grip and slipped. In a heart-stopping moment, she plummeted only to be caught just in time by fellow hikers below, narrowly escaping serious injury. The close call has sparked serious concern among the mountain's facility managers, who are now considering shutting down that particular route. In its place, they're recommending a safer alternative trail to ensure future adventurers can enjoy the climb without risking their lives. While driving home from a remote mountain area, a Reddit user decided to snap a quick photo to share with friends later. But when they looked at it more closely, something caught their eye. A strange, eerie figure near an old house. Was it a trick of the light? Someone caught mid-motion? Or something far more unsettling? Whether it was a supernatural presence or just an oddly timed shot, one thing's for sure. The photo left them with more questions than answers. Reddit user Lucky Beautiful Thoughts 2083 recently shared a chilling experience from a haunted house tour at the eerie Teg mansion in North Wales. While exploring the grounds with her cousin and father, she kept her phone ready, hoping to catch a glimpse of something supernatural. And then, it happened. Through her camera lens, she spotted a pale, ghostly figure lurking behind a tree. Frozen in fear, she lowered her phone to look with her own eyes, only to find the figure had vanished. She later explained that the road outside the mansion has a dark reputation, known for frequent hauntings and mysterious car accidents, including the legend of the Grey Lady. Though Teg is now closed to the public, she admits she's still eager to return and uncover more of its haunted secrets. Around 5 a.m., a Reddit user's security camera captured something truly eerie. The motion sensor was triggered by what looked like a ghostly figure gliding into view. Some Redditors claim it's a full-body apparition, while others think there's a more logical explanation. The clip is grainy and short, leaving room for speculation, but seriously, what else could it be? A Reddit user recently shared a chilling photo from their backpacking trip deep in the forest. At first glance, it seemed like nothing, until the group took a closer look and felt a cold shiver crawl down their spines. The eerie figure captured in the photo wasn't part of their group, and no one remembered seeing her during the hike. Call it a glitch, a ghost, or just a trick of the light. But I don't know about you, that's not a bug. A Reddit user recently posted a spine-chilling video of a group of boys hiking at night. As they made their way down a dark, forested trail, they spotted something unsettling.
Tollison? You're not cold? You're crazy, my guy. You scaring people like that.
Yeah, it's just energy, bro.
Just get out, bro. Just get out.
Fucking drugs brought you here, my nigga.
My nigga's naked. Oh, shit. Oh!
A man standing motionless in a freezing river. He just stood there, eerily still, as if he belonged to the darkness around him. Suddenly, without warning, the man began walking toward them. Panic set in. The boys bolted, their laughter quickly turning into terrified screams. Was it just an odd encounter with someone who didn't mind the cold? Or was there something much darker lurking beneath the surface? 4 years ago, a Reddit user known as Swedish Blueberries posted a seemingly ordinary photo from a night out in the park with a friend. The image, originally shared on Instagram, went unnoticed at first, until a friend left a comment that sent chills down everyone's spine. Upon closer inspection, they noticed something odd in the background, a mysterious figure. Initially, they thought it might be a ghost, but the user quickly admitted that given their alcohol-fueled state at the time, it could just as easily have been a person. What makes the photo even more unsettling is the fact that the figure appears to be completely unclothed, leaving everyone to wonder, was it a real person or something far more supernatural? A Reddit user shared an intriguing photo with an eerie twist. His friend, a former U.S. Army soldier, had married a Korean woman while stationed in South Korea back in 2002. Fast forward a decade, and the couple decided to revisit the Camp Casey area. During their trip, they snapped some photos, but one shot stood out for an unusual reason. In the upper left corner of the picture, a mysterious figure resembling a soldier could be seen standing. The couple was baffled, as no one was around when the photo was taken. Was it a glitch? Or could it be something far more chilling? The ghost of a fallen soldier, still wandering the grounds. A young woman was out for her usual late-night walk in the woods with her dog, enjoying the calm of the dark, quiet path. As she strolled along, she casually shifted the camera to the side. Then, out of nowhere, it happened.
Come on.
Standing next to a tree, barely visible in the darkness, was a shadowy figure in dark clothing, just watching her. Her dog seemed to sense something off long before she did, abruptly halting and staring intently in the figure's direction, its hackles raised. Unaware of the danger, she urged Bruce forward, but when the camera swung back, the figure had vanished without a trace. They continued their walk, but after seeing the footage, it's hard to imagine her venturing back into those woods anytime soon. A family was out hiking in the wilds of Australia, excited to wrap up their adventure and head home. But as they approached their car, one of them reached for the door handle until something caught their eye just in time. Tucked right inside the handle, casually chilling, was a massive furry huntsman spider. Thankfully, they spotted it before making contact. While a huntsman bite isn't usually life-threatening, it's far from pleasant, bringing on intense pain and swelling. Moral of the story? In Australia, always double-check your door handles. 2 American tourists were soaring over the stunning landscape of Mendoza, Argentina, when disaster suddenly struck mid-air. Realizing something was off, the pilot immediately made a bold decision to attempt an emergency landing. But things quickly took a turn for the worse. The helicopter flipped sideways in a heart-stopping crash. Miraculously, everyone walked away without serious injury, no hospital visits required. But the terrifying experience? It left a mark that won't be forgotten anytime soon. A Reddit user shared a wild story about being outside near their house with their dad when they noticed something strange happening in the sky. Freaked out, they were hoping for answers before lightning struck their house.
Wow. Can you explain that again since I'm filming?
This lightning's been going on for like a half an hour, just like it is, just one after another, after another, after another. I don't hear any thunder or anything. It's just a lot of lightning going on.
Do you guys happen to know what this could be? Cause we sure as heck don't. And
could this just be a regular thunderstorm? Or is something bigger about to unfold? Does anyone have an explanation? A man was walking home alone. Everything seemed perfectly normal until something unsettling happened. For nearly 20 minutes, this eerie laughter echoed through the trees, growing louder and more sinister as if something or someone was drawing nearer. It started about 200 feet away, then 300. The man was left frozen, unsure of what he was hearing. Was it just some wild animal? Or could it have been something far more terrifying? Something cryptid? No one knows for sure. A doorbell camera at a remote forest cabin has captured something truly eerie. Take a look at this footage. In the clip, you can just make out a shadowy figure riding a horse. At least that's what it looks like. Some say it's a supernatural apparition, while others argue it's just a camera glitch. But here's where things get even stranger. Another animal appears, completely different from the first shadowy figure, right beside it. So, what exactly did this camera catch? While out on a birthday hunting trip, the celebration took a chilling turn. Deep in the forest, they spotted something that still haunts their memories. A dark figure standing eerily still across the road, silently watching them. It didn't move, didn't flinch, just stared. After scouring the internet for answers, they found nothing that matched what they saw. No legends, no local lore, nothing. So, they gave it a name themselves, the Ghoul. What or who they encountered that day remains a terrifying mystery. While scouting a wooded area for a potential hunting spot, Reddit user CakeTheLegend69 was snapping a few photos, just a casual exploration. But when she reviewed the images later, something chilling stood out. A shadowy figure lingering in the distance. What made it even more unsettling? Every member of her group was behind her at the time, exploring different parts of the forest. So, whoever or whatever that was, it wasn't one of them. Things got even creepier when they learned the forest once held an old logging town that mysteriously vanished without a trace. All that remains are 13 forgotten graves with weathered headstones, slowly being swallowed by time. The eerie photo left people wondering, had she captured something paranormal on camera? Or is there a more rational explanation lurking beneath the mystery? A Reddit user recently shared a spine-tingling trail cam photo that's sending chills down the internet's spine. The image shows two eerie, human-like figures seemingly hovering above the forest floor, an unsettling sight that locals claim are the infamous tree people, ghostly apparitions said to haunt the woods. Known for its long history of paranormal activity, the area's haunted reputation only deepens the mystery behind this haunting capture. Reddit user Sagfo captured a spine-tingling moment during a late-night walk through the forest just after 2 a.m. In the eerie clip he shared, unsettling screams echo through the trees. Listen closely. Are they the cries of a wild animal, a desperate person, or something even more terrifying? Whatever it was, it sent Sago running for his life, and he's sworn off nighttime forest walks for good. A TikToker had snapped a breathtaking photo during their trip to Boone, North Carolina, nestled deep in the Appalachian Mountains. At first glance, it was just a stunning landscape, nothing out of the ordinary. But when they zoomed in, way off in the distance, they noticed something eerie. A lone figure standing still. It looked like a woman, but not quite human. Some say it was a skinwalker. Others are sure it was a ghost. One thing's for sure, the friend swears they were completely alone out there. Whatever it was, that one strange figure turned a peaceful mountain view into something straight out of a horror story. A woman was walking near a quiet, scenic lake, her dogs happily playing by her side. She casually filmed a short video of them enjoying the peaceful nature. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But when she later reviewed the footage, something chilling caught her eye. In the distance between the trees, a large, dark figure appeared to be moving. It wasn't there before. So what exactly did she capture that day? A person, an animal, or something far more unsettling? It was just past 3 a.m. when Reddit user Leonard Blay was abruptly woken by unsettling noises echoing outside his remote cabin. At first, he couldn't quite place it. Some claimed it sounded like a fox, while others swore it resembled a woman screaming. Maybe it was just a fox, but alone, deep in the woods, and in the dead silence of night. That sound took on a whole new level of terrifying. While hiking a jungle trail, a woman captured a fun little video for Instagram, completely unaware of the danger lurking just behind her. As she smiled at the camera, a snake silently slithered out from the bushes. Luckily, she stayed calm without even realizing it, which kept the snake from feeling threatened. Things could have taken a terrifying turn, but she got incredibly lucky. From the looks of it, she didn't notice a thing, only discovering the close call later when she rewatched the footage. Talk about a wild surprise. Tom was casually using the Randonautica app when it led him to a half-built, abandoned construction site. Intrigued but uneasy, he decided to step inside, curious about why the app had brought him there. The place was silent, empty, and unsettling.
Why? Oh, this. So guys, at this point, I was not sure why it brought me here. I was just exploring the whole site. I was like, okay, whatever, this app's probably rigged, I don't know. Let's see what happens, and then here's where it goes totally wrong. Right. What if it's brought me just like a brick? It's brought me here just like a brick, I don't even know.
Nothing felt right. He turned to leave until he heard something. A strange noise, muffled, close, and not natural.
Yo, what the? Yo, what the fuck?
Out of nowhere, a man in a dark hoodie charged at him, swinging a sledgehammer like a maniac. Panic exploded through Tom. He bolted, heart pounding, legs pumping, barely dodging the crazed man's attack. Once he finally made it to safety, Tom hit record on his phone again, his hands still shaking. A peaceful walk turned into a heart-pounding close call for a few locals in Qianwei County, Sichuan, China. As they strolled along the hillside, something didn't feel right. Then they saw it. The ground began to shift. Acting on instinct, they ran for their lives, and just seconds later, a cascade of rocks thundered down behind them. Miraculously, no one was hurt. Days of heavy rain had likely set the stage for the landslide, and what could have been a tragic disaster turned into an incredible stroke of luck. A man was deep in the forest when he stumbled upon an old, abandoned house. As he filmed the eerie surroundings, a chilling sound broke the silence, which sounded like a baby crying. Curious but on edge, he cautiously followed the sound. But with every step he took, the crying seemed to move farther away, almost like it was leading him somewhere. The deeper he went, the heavier the atmosphere became. Was this a trap? A prank? Or something far more disturbing? Some believe it might have been a lyrebird, an Australian bird known for perfectly mimicking almost any sound, even human voices. After quickly checking the house and finding nothing, a wave of unease washed over him. He turned back, leaving the place behind, haunted by the thought, what if it were a real baby? Or worse, something pretending to be one. So what do you think? A lost child? A lyrebird? Or something supernatural? Late one night, a security camera outside a remote forest home captured something truly unsettling. The footage, later posted on Reddit by the shocked homeowner, shows a mysterious figure in a flowing white dress slowly moving past a fence. But here's the eerie part. She doesn't walk. She glides. Moments later, she vanishes into the darkness. Viewers were quick to draw chilling comparisons to the ghostly legend of La Llorona. And if that's who it was, you'd better steer clear of any nearby water. Whether it was a person, spirit, or something far stranger, one thing's for sure, it didn't belong there. While out on a hike, this person suddenly froze, face to face with something straight out of a nightmare. Towering before them stood a massive maned wolf, its unnaturally long legs and piercing stare locking them in place. For a moment, it didn't even seem real. Some say it looked more like a creature from legend, eerily similar to the infamous chupacabra. These beasts are lightning fast, capable of hitting 30 mamatuars and leaping over 6 feet in a single bound. Rarely seen, never forgotten, this was an encounter that will haunt them for the rest of their life. A motion-activated trail camera was set up in Medoc Mountain State Park near Littleton, North Carolina, an area already steeped in Bigfoot legends, complete with its local museum. For days, the camera recorded the usual wildlife, but on August 8, 2024, things took a bizarre turn. Twice, a large humanoid figure wandered past the lens. The image was slightly blurred by dew, but the silhouette didn't match any known animal. Some say it was just a hunter passing through, but others are convinced the legendary creature finally made an appearance. Bigfoot? Maybe. One thing's for sure, no one has the answer. While exploring the infamous Missouri State Penitentiary's death row with his dad, a Reddit user had an encounter that would leave anyone questioning reality. As they ventured deeper into the eerie halls, the user snapped some photos of his dad. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but in the first image, a faint, shadowy figure appears near the top of the stairs, a detail that might go unnoticed at first glance. However, the second photo sends chills down the spine. A woman who wasn't there before is seen walking behind the dad. The third photo reveals her again, standing right behind him as if she's been following them the whole time. What's even more unnerving is that the dad later confessed his legs gave out when they reached the end of the walk, an odd coincidence that seems to be captured in the final photo. So, who or what was with them that day? While responding to a comment from a follower, a TikToker casually filmed herself, completely unaware of the chilling scene unfolding behind her.
Yo nunca he sentido que me parezco a Dua Lipa, pero desde que me corté el cabello siento que me parezco muchísimo menos a Dua Lipa. Y es que muchísima gente me dice que me parezco a la Dua Lipa del 2018 más o menos, que tiene como el cabello cortito, y me puse a ver fotos y nada que ver.
Through the cabin window, a lifeless figure with cold, dead eyes stood eerily still, watching her every move. She continued chatting and filming, oblivious to the terrifying presence in the background. It wasn't until later, when she reviewed the footage, that she realized the horrifying truth. What did she do when she discovered it? That's a story you won't want to miss. While wandering through Fairview Lawn Cemetery, the final resting place of over 100 Titanic victims, this man snapped a few casual photos, but one of them would prove to be anything but ordinary. Upon closer inspection, a ghostly face appears in the frame, something he hadn't noticed at the time. It wasn't until later, while reviewing the shots, that he realized what he had unknowingly captured. Was it simply an eerie play of light and shadow, or was there something far more mysterious at work? While reviewing his trail camera footage, Reddit user Moloch996 stumbled upon something chilling. At 5 a.m., on a summer morning in early July, a barefoot woman was seen wandering alone in the dark, aimlessly moving through a remote area with no trails in sight. She stayed in the camera's view for nearly 30 minutes, visibly distressed, seemingly lost, fleeing, or in danger. Theories began to flood in. Was she struggling with a mental health crisis, under the influence, or was something far more sinister at play, like human trafficking? No concrete evidence pointed to foul play, but one thing was clear. There was an unsettling, eerie feeling about this sighting that left more questions than answers. One Reddit user had an unsettling experience when they woke up in their Airbnb one morning to find a massive snowman standing just outside. The catch? There had been less than a foot of snowfall recently, yet the snowman towered at least 5 feet tall. Even more bizarre, there were no footprints, no disturbances in the snow, nothing to suggest anyone had even been out there. One commenter tossed out the idea that fresh snowfall could have covered any tracks, but that still didn't explain how this eerie, oversized snowman appeared out of nowhere. So, what's the real story behind this creepy mystery? While reviewing footage from his security camera, a property owner spotted something that sent chills down his spine. At first, it looked like a person, but the longer he stared, the more off-putting it seemed. The figure had an eerie, unnatural presence that made him question what he was seeing. Desperate for answers, he shared the footage with a paranormal community, and the reactions were mixed. Some insisted it was a ghost, pointing to the figure's blurred features and unsettling movements, while others argued it was just a person, distorted by poor lighting. But even if it were a person, it still didn't add up. His property was notoriously difficult to access. What could it be? While riding his ATV through the woods, a young boy set up a camera to capture the adventure. Later, as he reviewed the footage, he noticed something strange lurking in the background near the tree line. A tall, dark figure moved silently through the woods, walking on 2 legs with long, steady strides. When the video was shared online, viewers couldn't help but jump to conclusions, with many insisting it was Bigfoot. The figure's impressive height, fluid movement, and the way it seemed to melt into the shadows sparked intense debate. Some were convinced it was the legendary creature, while others argued it was too perfect, leading many to wonder, could it have been staged, or was it just a person in the woods? A Reddit user came across a chilling photo, but it was what appeared near the doorway that sent shivers down their spine. In the background, a mysterious figure loomed with its presence impossible to explain. Some skeptics dismissed it as an oddly shaped person or the hind leg of an animal, but others saw something far more unsettling. Was it a shadowy figure lurking in the darkness? Or perhaps the disturbing outline of a body being dragged? Who or what was truly captured in this eerie shot? Late one night, Jalbandi recorded something truly bizarre deep in the forest near his village. In the distance, a pale, ghostly figure stood stark against the darkness of the trees. As he cautiously approached, the figure suddenly collapsed into a glowing orb and vanished behind a tree. You can hear the fear in Jal's voice, and the chilling silence of the forest only adds to the unsettling vibe. To this day, no one knows what he witnessed that night, but whatever it was, it felt terrifyingly real. A backpacker was enjoying a quiet hike through the forest when something caught their eye. At first, it looked like just another tree, but as they shifted angles, strange, almost human-like shapes began to emerge from its bark. It probably wasn't anything paranormal, but the tree gave off a deeply unsettling vibe. Spooked, the backpacker couldn't shake the feeling and ended up posting the eerie footage online. A young man ventures deep into an eerie, abandoned nuclear site hidden within the dense forests of Illinois. As he steps into the long-forgotten bunkers, strange noises echo through the walls.
Not sure what these were for. So yeah, some very weird noises are coming out of here, but it's just the wind and birds who apparently live in here.
But then, His eyes widen in shock as something sinister is unfolding before him. He stumbles upon what appears to be a dark, satanic ritual.
This is very creepy. This is very weird that there's a satanic cult that's been here. What is this? I'm not sure what this is. I think it held some sort of light because those are all candles.
What twisted secrets lie within this forsaken structure? A Reddit user recently shared a chilling story about a photo his grandmother showed him, taken about 10 years ago at their secluded cabin in the woods. She swears no one was around when she snapped the shot, yet in the background, a shadowy figure can be seen. What makes the sighting even more unsettling is that she explained a man once lived there, a man who supposedly owned a pirate ship. The eerie detail seems to line up with the mysterious figure captured in the photo, adding an eerie twist to the entire. While caving with a group, one man found himself trapped in a terrifying predicament. As he ventured deeper into a narrow passage, he became wedged so tightly that he couldn't move no matter how hard he tried. The situation quickly worsened when water started pouring into the cramped space, rising steadily around him. Panic set in as he urgently shouted to his partner outside the passage for help. His partner, struggling against the current and the growing pressure, fought to free him, but it was no easy task. The water kept rising, and time was running out. After what felt like an eternity, with tension mounting and the water creeping higher, the partner managed to pull him out, saving him just in the nick of time. A Reddit user recently shared a photo from a peaceful trip to a forest in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where they were trying to capture a playful shot of a tree. However, upon zooming in, something strange caught their eye. A mysterious gray figure appeared to be standing at the edge of a fence. Some commenters speculated that the figure resembled a woman in Victorian-era clothing, possibly a nurse or housemaid. Given the area's rich Civil War history, could this be the spirit of a Civil War nurse still lingering in the woods? The eerie discovery has sparked some fascinating theories. A family on a nighttime walk through the woods stumbles upon an unsettling scene that sends chills down their spines.
No bullshit. Come on. Come on down here with me. Come here. Guys, come here. Guys, check it out. Come here. Come down here with me right now. Guys, seriously. Guys, come here now. Come here with me.
As they explore, the father urges everyone to gather around in a panic. They notice a bloodied trail leading deeper into the woods, with a blood-soaked t-shirt discarded nearby. Before they can process what they're seeing, one of the kids spots something even more disturbing.
Where? Which one? This one here? Where? Go! Go! I just saw him. Go!
The child points frantically, but when the father looks, there's nothing to see. Then suddenly, the figure steps out. Cloaked and menacing, it stares right at them. Panic sets in. They scramble back to the car, hearts pounding, but the terror isn't over. As they speed away from Hummel Park, something horrific appears right in front of them. The cloaked figure emerges again from the trees, drawing closer. With no time to spare, the family locks the windows, hoping to escape. They made it out, but no one has heard from them since that terrifying night, leaving this eerie encounter shrouded in mystery. A woman and her dog were enjoying a peaceful photo shoot in a secluded forest near Amsterdam when the tranquility was shattered by a bone-chilling sound. Suddenly, a horrifying scream echoed through the trees, sending a wave of panic through the woman.
Take the bus,
eerie cry seemed to come from all directions, making it impossible to pinpoint its source. Desperate to understand what was happening, she yelled out in both English and Dutch, hoping for a response, but the terrifying scream only grew louder.
Are you okay? Alles good?
Some online commentators speculated it could be a mountain lion, but that seemed unlikely. Mountain lions aren't found in the Netherlands. Paralyzed by fear, the woman quickly decided to cut her photo shoot short and move to a safer location, leaving the forest's eerie mystery behind. It was a quiet evening as the YouTuber settled in for a solo camping trip deep in the forest. As night crept in, he curled up in his tent, ready to get some rest. But then, something stirred him awake. Torn between fear and curiosity, he gathered the courage to step outside and investigate. But when he looked around, everything seemed normal, until he spotted something strange. Just as he started to feel calm again, snuggling back into his sleeping bag, a sudden noise shattered the silence. If you listen closely, you could hear the unmistakable sound of footsteps, this time circling his tent.
Hello?
Terrified and confused, unable to figure out what was out there, he made a snap decision. In the middle of the night, with fear and adrenaline coursing through him, he packed up and bolted, abandoning his campsite without a second thought. A hiker sets out on what she expects to be an adventurous new trail, but quickly finds herself regretting the decision. While live streaming her journey, she stumbles upon something that stops her in her tracks.
I'm sorry. I found, it was live streaming and then I found this, that's like I found this bone. And it looks like a hip bone of a human and it looks like it's been cut off. You can leave. And that looks like the bit that you put a leg into. And I'm about to have a fucking heart attack.
A bone by the side of the path. At first glance, it looks disturbingly human. A hip bone that seems like it's been severed. Panic begins to set in as she realizes the gravity of the situation. With her heart racing, she frantically calls the police, unsure of what exactly she's found. They arrive quickly, launching an investigation, but leave her in suspense, not sharing any details of what they discover. As night falls and the shadows grow longer, she's forced to make the eerie trek back to her car alone, unsettled, and in the dark. To this day, no further updates about the bone or what happened in those woods have surfaced, leaving the mystery unsolved and haunting her mind. A group of friends set out for an adventurous hike, just a casual walk to explore the wilderness. It was a quiet day, with only the sound of their footsteps and the wind in the trees, but as they made their way up the hill, they glanced back, and that's when they saw them.
So me and the boys went on like a little walking adventure to this place, and we were the only ones around, and we was walking up the hill and we looked back and we saw these. We don't know who they are, like some sort of like cult or religion, but they're walking into a pitch black forest, and you'll see a video in a minute of the sounds they were making. It was so scary, so yeah, we did follow them in the end. It wasn't wise.
A group of strangers walking in unison, dressed in what could only be described as a ritualistic manner. Who were they? A cult? A secret religious group? They couldn't tell, but one thing was certain. These people were heading straight into a pitch black forest. Curiosity got the best of them, and despite the unsettling feeling creeping up their spines, they decided to follow. The deeper they ventured, the more surreal things became.
What strange ritual had they just witnessed?
As they quietly observed from a distance, the group came upon a large gathering, all dressed in eerie white robes, standing motionless in the shadows. The friends were filled with fear but couldn't look away. Suddenly, the air was broken by a chilling sound, like something swinging in the distance. What kind of strange ritual had they just stumbled upon? They had no answers, only an unsettling feeling that would linger long after. TikTok user Adrian Montenegro02 recently posted a video from his family trip to the mountains near Monterrey, Mexico, capturing a seemingly peaceful moment on a swing. However, when they reviewed the footage later, they were stunned to spot something eerie. A pale, human-like figure lurks quietly in the background, moving at the edge of the woods, almost as if it's hiding from the family. The unsettling sight has sparked wild theories. Some believe it could be a skinwalker, while others think it might be a homeless person living deep in the woods. What do you think it is? While exploring the vast sun-baked expanse of the Southern California desert, a man and his family stumbled upon an eerie sight, a mud cave hidden in the heart of the Gela Valley. Intrigued, the man and his nephew decided to venture inside, snapping a few photos along the way. At first, everything seemed perfectly normal as they explored the dark, quiet cave. But when they later reviewed the photos, they were left horrified. In one of the shots, a large, shadowy figure with glowing eyes lurked in the darkness, watching them. Though it appeared humanoid, the nephew was convinced it wasn't a person. There had been no one else in the cave when they arrived. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, he returned to the cave, only to find it empty, leaving the strange figure unexplained and chilling. While the family was out enjoying a peaceful day in the forest, they unexpectedly came across the ruins of an abandoned castle. Intrigued, they began recording their exploration, but things took a chilling turn.
Mom, look! Swing around, swing around, swing around! Look, 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 look! What is that? What is it?
As the camera panned around, one of them spotted something eerie, a translucent figure standing perfectly still near an old swing. Before they could get a closer look, the video suddenly cut off, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. Based on the surrounding landmarks, many believe the footage was captured near the mysterious Barry Pomeroy Castle in Devon, England, a place long rumored to be haunted. Some claim the ghostly figure looks like a monk, while others insist it resembles the spirit of a witch. If the video is authentic, it might just be one of the most compelling pieces of ghost footage ever caught on camera. Chad Busamra and his family were having a relaxing day out on Lake Michigan when something strange and utterly breathtaking caught their attention. A massive tube-like cloud stretched across the sky, twisting and rolling like a giant serpent in slow motion. Scientists call it a morning glory cloud, a rare and mysterious phenomenon they still don't fully understand. Witnesses often describe feeling humbled, even a little unsettled, standing beneath its vast, surreal presence. Intrigued but uneasy, Chad and his family made the cautious decision to pack up and head back to their car, just in case the skies had more surprises in store. A man was out camping in the woods when he stumbled across something strange, something that made him stop in his tracks.
Run into this tree with this stupid grin on his face. It's just like the most perfect tree face I've ever seen. And then I look over here, another tree with a stupid grin on its face. he's like a little less happy, you know.
All around him, several trees appeared to have faces, clear, human-like expressions etched into the bark. But here's the weird part. It didn't look like anyone carved them. These features seemed naturally formed. So the question is, was this just a bizarre fluke of nature? Or is something strange hiding in these woods? Reddit user YourFriend16 just posted a 15-second clip. It starts off calm with the gentle sounds of nature on a peaceful hike. But out of nowhere, a blood-curdling scream shatters the silence. Maybe it was an animal, but there's something eerily human about it that'll send chills down your spine. This man noticed something bizarre through his camper window, what looked like a bush on fire. But here's where it gets strange. Every time he moved the camera away, the flames vanished. And when he pointed it back, the flames reappeared exactly in the same spot. He repeated the process several times, just to make sure he wasn't imagining things. So what's going on here? If you've got a theory, drop it in the comments. We're all ears. The boy was out walking with his younger siblings when he accidentally captured something chilling on camera. At first glance, it's just a normal scene, but then you notice them. These two figures are seriously unsettling, and as the daylight fades, the whole vibe gets even creepier. One of the figures appears to be watching the children before suddenly vanishing into the shadows. Some believe it might be a ghost after all. The woods are rumored to be haunted. And if you look closely, the figure looks almost see-through. A Reddit user stumbled upon something bizarre deep inside a cave in Estonia, an altar eerily surrounded by everyday household items and colorful flags. Some were quick to call it a site for dark rituals, while others speculated it was a peaceful meditation space. The flags looked a lot like Buddhist prayer flags, but here's the twist. This cave is in Europe, miles away from the regions in Southeast Asia where Buddhism is widely practiced. So what exactly was going on in there? As the hunter crept through the darkness, his camera lens caught something chilling, something he never meant to see. Just behind a trash bag, a figure emerged, humanoid in shape, but with glowing eyes and two twisted antlers jutting from its head. Frozen with fear, the hunter bolted into the night, his mind racing, still unable to comprehend the nightmare he had just stumbled upon. A family was out enjoying a peaceful day in the woods when their fun took a chilling turn. While the kids played near a tree that seemed to almost glow at the top, the camera picked up something off.
What is that?
Then it appeared pale, still, and humanoid, silently watching from behind the trees, not far from where the children laughed. A strange, eerie noise echoed through the forest, and in an instant, the mood shifted. Eyes wide with fear, the family grabbed the kids and ran, terrified the figure might give chase. Thankfully, it didn't.
While playing with their 4-year-old son, a Reddit user experienced a chilling encounter they'll never forget. In the distance, they spotted a mysterious figure standing completely still for 2 eerie minutes until it suddenly shifted to the left. Alarmed, they kept a close watch while dialing the police, but things took an even more terrifying turn when they realized who or what they were looking at. The infamous window ear guy. Who is this unsettling figure, and what could they possibly want from this family? Authorities were left stunned when they stumbled upon young children abandoned inside a car, deep in the woods, with no guardian in sight.
Sheriff's office! Watch down. I got up. Yep. Little one. Little one. Front of the car. Can't believe this. Hi, little guy. This is freaking horrible. You know, already I'm getting DHS now, dude. We want medical too. Sweetie. Yeah, let's see if we can secure. I don't like this, dude. I can get copyrighted research. Let's secure them in our cars. Yeah. Because at least just take the.
Instead of an adult response, the chilling sound of children crying filled the air. As officers cautiously approached, the grim reality sank in.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. I know. Do you want out? Here, I'll get it for you. You want it? You want to come out?
Beneath their calm exterior, the officers were horrified. Who could leave these kids out here, alone and helpless? Immediate action was taken. DHS and medical teams were called to the scene, ensuring the children received urgent care. Reports later confirmed they had been stranded for 2 hours before being found. The ordeal began with domestic disturbance, during which a man fled the scene taking the children with him. Now under state protection, these innocent kids can now only hope for the love and support they desperately need. What could drive someone to abandon children in such a terrifying situation? Authorities continue their investigation, but one thing is certain: these officers may have prevented a devastating tragedy. During a trip in 2012 or 2013, a group of friends decided to spice things up with a Halloween ghost tour at Concordia Cemetery. As they took a break, they wandered ahead to snap a group photo, with their tour guide capturing the moment. Later that night, while reviewing the pictures, one friend's sister noticed something chilling. An eerie figure wearing a hat walking past them. No one had seen anyone there at the time. Overcome with fear, she insisted they leave immediately. When they got home, she showed the unsettling image to the group, and from that moment on, they swore off ghost tours forever. Was it just a passerby they somehow missed? Or did they capture something far more unexplainable? While reviewing his trail camera footage, a hunter from Virginia stumbled upon something truly baffling. The eerie image captured what some believed to be a ghostly child. Or perhaps even an unknown creature lurking in the woods. Skeptics dismiss it as nothing more than a trick of the moonlight, but others aren't so convinced. Could this be undeniable proof of the paranormal, or just a haunting illusion? While hiking for miles behind a secluded farmhouse deep in Vermont's Green Mountain National Forest, a man stumbled upon something eerie. A series of perfectly shaped circles in the snow above a frozen pond. The formations were unnervingly precise, leaving him questioning their origin. Were they a natural phenomenon, animal tracks, or something far more mysterious? One theory suggests they could result from deer or moose stepping through the icy snow, causing the area to melt and refreeze into these distinctive shapes. But is that the real explanation? Or are these formations a clue to something we've yet to understand? While strolling alone near a cemetery, someone snapped a photo only to be shocked by what they saw. A dark, shadowy figure loomed behind a gravestone. The uploader swears they were completely alone then, sparking a heated debate online. Could this be proof that spirits linger in graveyards, making ghostly encounters more common? Or did they simply overlook a passerby in the eerie setting? Was this a true apparition, or just a chilling coincidence? On February 4th, 2013, a chilling video surfaced on YouTube, posted by Maid Addison. She and her friends had been exploring the Umatilla Indian Reservation in eastern Oregon when they captured something truly unsettling on camera.
These guys are braver than me.
Although they were familiar with the area, the eerie sounds echoing through the night left them baffled. Some speculated it could be foxes or coyotes, but local legends tell of far stranger things lurking in the dark. Whatever the source, one thing is certain. Hearing that sound in the middle of the woods is the stuff of nightmares. While hiking the Goldenrod Trail Loop at the University of North Florida, Reddit user PhoenixFire decided to test out their new Polaroid camera. One of their shots captured a dead-end sign marking a trail leading to the highway. But when they developed the photo, something chilling appeared, a shadowy figure standing beside them, something they hadn't seen in person. Was this an eerie paranormal presence, caught on film, or just a trick of the light playing mind games? A spine-chilling photo from Oakwood Cemetery in Spartanburg, South Carolina, also known as Hell's Gate, has sent shivers down the spines of paranormal enthusiasts. Shared by a Reddit user, the eerie image appears to capture a ghostly childlike figure lurking among the graves. With Oakwood's dark history and countless eerie legends, many believe the cemetery is a magnet for restless spirits. While ghost hunters are convinced this is yet another sign of supernatural activity, skeptics argue it's nothing more than a trick of the light and shadows. Regardless of the truth, the photo has only added to Hell's Gate's sinister reputation as one of South Carolina's most haunted locations. This mind-boggling TikTok video from MacGyver Box has left viewers scratching their heads.
Vea, muchachos, vea, los que no creen en los duendes, vea. Vean un duende, vea. Un duende, me acabo de...
The clip captures a tiny, mysterious figure moving in an eerily unusual way. Some believe it could be a duende, a mischievous mythical spirit, while others insist it's just a trick of camera perspective. But here's the weird part. The figure looks completely human, just way too small. How is that even possible? While stealth camping in the forest, YouTuber Aquachigger spotted something unusual.
See, this is all chopped down. This is a tree someone chopped up. That's a, you know what that is? That's a homemade machete. It's like a thin piece of steel. Makes me wonder, makes me kind of assume anyway, that this is probably a veterans camp.
A blue tarp in the distance. The nearest town was miles away, though a shopping center sat about half a mile from his location. As he trekked through the woods, his eyes locked onto movement near the tarp. At first, he assumed it was just a deer, but as he got closer, the real discovery unfolded. An abandoned campsite. Scattered around were tools, a duffel bag, and remnants of what used to be a makeshift shelter. The setup hinted at two possibilities: a homeless veterans camp or a hidden grow operation. Either way, the eerie disarray raised unsettling questions. A single footprint, aged but still visible, suggested recent activity. Among the scattered belongings, Aquachigger noticed a sprung trap, likely forgotten, a cruel fate for any animal that might have wandered in. Then came the strangest find of all, an electric tool, something no one would logically haul into the deep woods unless they had plans to return. The campsite's state left him uneasy. Had the person been forced to flee? Was someone still lurking nearby? Had he unknowingly camped just a short distance from this strange site for days? Though tempted to investigate further, an instinctive chill ran down his spine. He decided to leave it undisturbed, carrying with him more questions than answers. Reddit user SmoothGap5831 was enjoying a solo camping trip when they stumbled upon something truly eerie. While taking a break for a smoke, they noticed a shadowy figure standing just off the trail. Was it a ghostly apparition, a mysterious stranger lurking in the woods, or just a trick of the light, created by shadows and twisted tree formations? With the poor lighting and distance, the truth remains unsettlingly unclear, but the image they captured has left the internet buzzing with speculation. A man was taking a late-night stroll when he suddenly heard the chilling sound of a woman sobbing, yet as he looked around, there was no one in sight. Calling out into the darkness, he searched for the source only for a shadowy figure to suddenly crawl toward him at an unnatural speed. Heart pounding, he turned and ran.
No mames, miren esa madresota. No mames. ¿Quién eres, güey? No mames, ¿quién eres? Ay, cabrón de su puta madre. No mames, güey. No mames, güey. Puta madre. Oh, hijo de la chingada. Ay, cabrón. No mames, ¿qué es esa madre?
In Mexico, the legend of La Llorona, the wailing spirit, has terrified people for generations. Her ghostly cries match the tale. But there's one problem. La Llorona is usually seen as a spectral woman, not a crawling creature. So what did this man encounter? Some believe it wasn't La Llorona at all, but something far more sinister. A skinwalker, using its eerie mimicry to lure him in. 3 friends set out for a camping trip in the forest, capturing memories along the way. But one photo they took that night sent chills down their spines. In the image, 2 of them are seen sitting near the crackling campfire, yet something eerie lurks behind them. 2 ghostly figures appear in the background, one seemingly resting a hand on a friend's shoulder. The friends swear they are alone. Some speculate it's just a trick of the camera, perhaps long exposure or smoke playing tricks on the lens. But others aren't so sure. Was it a simple glitch or proof of something truly paranormal? While camping in the forest of Leominster, Massachusetts, a man heard something unusual rustling in the trees. Curious, he grabbed his camera and started recording, only to capture something truly bizarre.
What the fuck is that? Oh my god.
A small brown ape-like figure darted through the branches at incredible speed. Leominster isn't known for having wild apes, which makes this 2015 footage even more mysterious. Some believe it could be a baby Bigfoot, while skeptics insist it's just someone in a suit. One thing's for certain, the clip has left viewers questioning what lurks in those woods. Reddit user Tara Yee was exploring the Stump House Tunnel in South Carolina with friends and family when they captured a chilling photograph just as they exited. The image appears to show a man in a suit and top hat walking alongside a woman in a dress and sandals, an oddly out-of-place sight for the modern setting. According to Tara Yee, no one else was around at the time, making the mysterious figures even more unsettling. While some speculate it could be a trick of the light or a camera glitch, the eerie apparitions continue to raise more questions than answers. After hearing eerie rumors from a mysterious stranger in Gettysburg, 2 friends set out on a late-night investigation. For 20 minutes they waited in silence, until they finally captured what they came for.
Holy crap. Down by the canyon, see that?
Oh, what is that?
Wait, shit. Oh my god. Is it?
No way. What is that?
I have no friggin' idea.
Did you get that on the camera?
It's recording.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Did you? Honestly.
I wouldn't believe it unless we recorded it.
Right before their eyes, a faint ghostly figure emerged beside the cannon, only to vanish into thin air moments later. In 2011, a hiker embarked on a heart-pounding journey along Spain's infamous Caminito del Rey, capturing footage that would leave anyone's palms sweating. The narrow walkway, once known as the world's most dangerous path, clung precariously to the cliffs near Malaga, with crumbling stairs, missing handrails, and a sheer 330-foot drop into the river below. It was a daredevil's dream and a nightmare for anyone afraid of heights. Originally built in the early 20th century for hydroelectric workers, the walkway had deteriorated so badly by 2006 that much of it had collapsed, leaving behind only rusted steel beams and fragile safety wires. Yet despite the life-threatening risks and several recorded fatalities, thrill seekers continued to test their luck, lured by the solitude, breathtaking views, and sheer adrenaline rush. Fortunately, a full restoration in 2015 brought the path back to a much safer state, making it accessible to visitors without the looming fear of disaster. As for the hiker who filmed that harrowing journey, they made it through unscathed, but looking at those crumbling paths, it's chilling to think how easily their adventure could have taken a deadly turn. While exploring the eerie Holesmith Cemetery in Oakland National Forest, a ghost hunter captured something truly bizarre. In one photo, a shadowy apparition mysteriously appeared, but in the very next shot, taken just moments later, the figure has completely vanished. Is this undeniable proof of the paranormal? Or is there a logical explanation behind the chilling sightings? While recording a podcast in the woods with friends, the group started discussing their futures.
What are you gonna be doing, dog?
I'll be close to retiring, I said. I don't know, dude. That's gonna be me, dude. I can't see myself doing.
But their casual chat took a chilling turn when they noticed something unsettling.
Guys, there's a little jiggling going on with our doorknob. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know who that is, or if I call my dad, I know we're not going upstairs. That's for sure. I'm hoping he's going away. This is the third time he's done that. Let's go. I don't think he's still here. He's been just walking around. Dude, I don't know if we can really even see him.
Oh
my! Oh, you can kind of see him. Oh, yeah, no, there he is. That's a little scary for us tonight. My dad is not home. I don't know if I call him or what, but
A faint jiggling at the doorknob. This wasn't the first time. Whoever it was had been lurking around, and the group hoped they would just go away. But when they peeked outside, they spotted a shadowy figure moving near the house. Things escalated when later that night, they saw the same eerie figure walking along the highway.
there he is. There he is. God. That's creepy. Oh, what the heck, dude? Whoa. Okay, dude, we'll spin around once more, see him. Alright, we're gonna back up. This is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Never in my life, I don't know what. Dude, and there's no. I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad he left. We're going to my buddy.
The commentator later pointed out something chilling. The shadowy figure in the footage looked eerily similar to the person they'd seen on the road. When a Redditor confirmed it was the same individual, the real question became clear. Was this just a prank? Or did this mysterious stranger have far more sinister intentions? Did you dare to watch it all? If you did so and enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe.